Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Gini. It's Sunday afternoon. We are in Bear, Delaware for the Show Your Ride car show. So this is a smaller event. There are not too many cars here, but the few that are here, they're pretty fresh looking. So, this is going to be a short video, but, I felt it's worth coming out here and seeing what they have. You got a really fresh looking pickup in the background. You got an Audi over here. There's some other cars in the background. So we're going to go and get some footage of those. Anyway, yeah, let's get to it. Hey, just one thing before I get into the, before I get to the cars, just want to talk a little bit about Clean Pro detailing. So, little fact. So the people that set this event up at Clean Pro, it was their 15-year-old daughter's idea. So I just want to give a shout out to her for coming up with the idea, because it kind of gives creators like me an opportunity to come out and get more footage and also see more cars. So great, awesome, props. And actually, one other thing, I also wanted to talk a little bit about Clean Pro. So I was talking to one of the gentlemen, the general manager, and he was talking about some really exquisite coats that you could put on, and they last for 3 years. So he was really knowledgeable about different kinds of coats that you can put on, and how it can be a benefit, especially if you don't take the package from the dealer. Even though you could some of the coats are expensive, they can get up to $1,000, but in the long run it could be a good investment, because it could probably even minimize, kind of control some of the depreciation your car can take after it's new. And also, if you're someone that wants to show your car off or goes to car shows, it's definitely worth it, because I've been to a lot of car shows, and I've seen some of the cars and they look really pristine, and I think a lot of that is because they had those cars detailed, possibly with some of those waxes. It's funny, as he was talking, I was thinking about, the car shows that I went to, and I'm thinking, what, I bet, some of those cars, the owners, had those cars rigorously detailed, or with some more, exotic and exquisite waxes, like what, I think that gentleman's name was Dan, what he was talking about. So in any case, I want to give a shout out to Clean Pro Detailing. I haven't gotten any detailing on my car yet. I think I might try them out, just because I want my truck to look nice. It's not a show truck, but, I think I might want to, give them a try. But definitely a shout out to Clean Pro Detailing. If you guys need some have some detailing needs, definitely check these guys out. Now, check out this Jeep Wrangler and look at those wheels. What's funny is that I just came from an event yesterday where they actually had a Jeep group, and it's just so cool to see another Jeep right over here, and it's actually part of Clean Pro. So this Jeep belongs to Clean Pro Detailing Center. Again, it's so cool. And check out, look at those wheels. Look at the color on those wheels. Look at the blue accents on those wheels. So I'm going to pan out just so you guys can see it. And I guess the lighting is not doing it justice. I'll see if I can move over. But in any case, you have this neutral color and a white, and then the wheels are not like extravagantly blue. They just have like the blue accents. It just perfectly brings out the Jeep. I'm going to pan over again. This is a beautiful, beautiful Jeep, and I'm going to have to talk to the general manager and let him know that, hey, look, I just came from a Jeep event, so really cool. So hey everyone, so check out this gorgeous Jeep Wrangler. Look at her in white, and look at those wheels. Like I was talking about earlier, I just love how the wheels are just a subtle blue. It's more like blue accents. It's not like an extravagant blue, and it just brings out the Jeep just enough. So it's not just a white Jeep. You have some of that blue that just kind of brings out this Jeep Wrangler. And it's funny because like I was mentioning, I went to an event yesterday. It was called It's Okay to Be Different in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. That was an awesome event, by the way. And they actually had a Jeep group there. And they had so many Jeeps, and there was so much customization to those Jeeps, and it's just kind of cool to see another Jeep here. And it's actually part of Clean Pro Detailing, so I'm going to have to talk to them, let them know that, hey, there's that Jeep club out there. Maybe you guys want to join or come to one of their events or something. But anyway, just wanted to just present this awesome Jeep to all my fellow viewers out there. So here we have a Dodge SRT, also part of Clean Pro. And look at this, look at her in red, and look at the red brake calipers, up against the red chassis. So this is a very sharp looking truck here, or SUV. Look at this, and look at the front too. The front looks very menacing, looks very aggressive, and you have some of the scoops on the hood. So this is a pretty sharp looking truck. I love her in red, and again, I love also the red brake calipers as well. Now check out this beautiful retro Toyota Supra. Look at this retro body. That is so beautiful. And I've seen a lot of the newer Supras, and they're just much beefier, much more aggressive looking, but this whole body is just so retro, and I love the dark green. I've mentioned this before, like green is just a nice color for a car in general, I think. And look at the old school lights. I love this. What a car. Yo, so check out this fresh looking Supra here. And the reason why I pointed this out is because I see a lot of the newer Supras. I was hooping up yesterday and I saw a beautiful white Supra, a modern one. And don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, and the Supras are a lot more aggressive looking. The bodies have a lot more scoops in them. But I just love seeing an older Supra like this one. Like, look at the retro lights on this. And it's just cool to see like something like this out here, especially the dark green. I mean, this car definitely stands out to me because you don't see these too often. And it's nice to see like a retro Supra here. So I just kind of wanted to point this out and give this car its due attention. You know, my fellow YouTubers, you guys can probably tell that I have an obsession with the car's lights. And look at the lights on this Cadillac. And it certainly looks like that the owner did a little intake work on his ride. But let me pan out here. And just look at how beefy and tough this Cadillac looks, a sedan. So, you know, and it's got the red brake calipers. But you know what I like about this, you know, it looks like kind of a luxury sedan, but it definitely looks like it can go fast. It looks pretty tough, and it looks like something that's sporty, so like more like a sports sedan. But yeah, very tough looking Cadillac here. And one thing I didn't notice was you also have you kind of have the carbon fiber elements on the door handle here, on both door handles. So I've never actually seen that. I've seen carbon fiber placed on various parts of the car, but not on the door handle. And you can see the carbon fiber on the you know, on the tail back here, on the little fin back here. But yeah, this is a tough looking Cadillac. So, you know, in a lot of my videos, you know, I talk about how I'm really having a thing for pickups, and this is the reason why. Check out this 1994 Chevy OBS. Look at the wheels and look at the color. I mean, it just looks so mean and black. I thought it was a square body, but the square bodies were in the 80s, and this is a 90s truck. You know what's kind of cool is, look at the double lights you have here. So you don't have like the single square lights. You have like actually quad, I was going to say quad lights here. So the front of this still has like that squareness of the 80s, but you have like the quad lights. And look at the wheels. Look at those chrome wheels. These are some nasty looking wheels. Really makes a difference in the truck. I'm gonna kind of walk around her a little bit. Let's check out the cabin here. So again, you have a really cool, check out that cool looking retro cabin there. I'm gonna see if I can pan down there. So even for like the 90s, it actually looks like it's a little bit ahead of its time actually. But in any case, yeah, I love this kind of whole retro dash here. Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're all having a good time here. So check it out, we got a pretty good turnout of cars here. I hate to say I didn't have my hopes very high just because of the weather, and I'm thinking it's a smaller event, it's only 3 hours, but I'm pretty impressed. So you got this kind of this army green wrapped BMW in the background, you got a Monte Carlo, and you got a whole like row of a lot of cars here. And if I turn around here, you got a whole Mustang crew over there. Had some nice sounding Mustangs. They definitely weren't stock. I mean, they had something done to them. Unfortunately, I kind of missed it. I had to take a phone call, but you know, definitely a lot of cars here to see. So I'm glad I came out here. So a lot to cover. Let's get to it. So Chevy is definitely representing pretty strong today. Look at this retro style pickup in a white. So just the one before, there was a black one. This is a white one here. I'm guessing this is maybe somewhere around 90s, late 90s, maybe early 2000s, but this is a really nice looking truck. And check out this modern Mustang Cobra. Look at those red brake calipers against the black. Let me pan out here. Look at the aggressive body paneling. Look at the aggressive aggressive vents on the hood, and you got the twin stripes over the whole top of the car. Yeah, what a strong looking Mustang.
Right there, that's right. There's like 2 spots next to the vet.
Certainly love the lights on the sweet looking retro style Mustang GT. Look at that. You got the white one and you got the modern black one right over here. So you got 2 very strong looking Mustangs here. And of course, and you got those 2 trucks as well over there. So again, great turnout of cars. So check out the lights on this Honda. And check out the wheels too. On this sedan style Honda. This is a tough looking ride. Look at the paint. So I'm willing to bet this is not an OEM paint, or even those lights are OEM. I'd have to ask the owner, but this is a tough looking Honda. I love the color on this. And I love that kind of two-tone. You got the black. Let's kind of come over here. You have the hood and the top are black and the sides are purple. That's a beautiful purple too. Also, notice how the wheels stick out a little bit too. How you have those wheels. That really makes the car even tougher looking. Now check out this late 60s, early 70s style interior of this really, really fresh looking Chevy Nova. Look at this. Just nothing fancy, straight up black. Look at this. This is one tough looking Nova. Let me swing around the front over here. Oh, look at those lights. You got the purple lights too. That is so fresh. Just when you think the whole entire car is just a neutral black, you got those purple lights there too. Let's get it from the side too so you can kind of see. Oh, that is so fresh. Just have the subtle purple to go with the all black Nova. And look at that, you got the purple disc brakes too. That is so fresh. You just have very subtle purple accents in this gorgeous Nova. As a child of the 80s, you absolutely know I absolutely love this Monte Carlo. Look how tough that is. This was a car back in the day, so when I was a kid, I would drool whenever I saw this. Just straight up tough looking 1980s Monte Carlo in black. I mean, what other color? You gotta have a black Monte Carlo. And you got the red pinstriping on there too. She is freaking tough. Look at that. So in addition to the wheels, just look at the front of this car. And I just love the 80s style lights. So you got the square lights. That is so fresh looking. And this is what I love about these events, my fellow YouTubers. You go from 80s vintage to kind of a real modern and fresh looking Euro SUV. Look at that. Look at that wrap. And look at those wheels. That is such a gorgeous combination. You know what I've seen this combination is in the Lamborghini Cyan, if I'm pronouncing that right. So check out this gorgeous BMW SUV here. Look at that wrap. That is a sick army green wrap. I'm guessing that's what the color is, army green. And you got the gold wheels and the red brake calipers. And it's funny, as someone who loves exotic cars, it kind of reminds me of the Cyan a little bit, the Lamborghini Cyan. So Lamborghini produced a kind of a low production car called the Cyan. And I remember there was a similar color combination. It had a green, it was like an army green, and it had the gold rims too. So it's almost like it's kind of reminiscent of that. I even saw I think a Volkswagen R in that too, and that looked really fresh. So this is just such a cool color combo. You have like a army green, you got the gold rims, and you got the red brake calipers. So your red's like your one primary color in there, but that is so fresh. Let's take a closer look at her. And look at those lights. Those lights are absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna pan back out here. Let's take a look at this. Wow, what a mean looking SUV that is. And I was kind of wondering what it was. I was going through my mind. Is it X5, X7? It's an M50i. So I hate to say I'm not up on my Beamers, but this is the M50i, and she is strong. So check out this stunning Hyundai Elantra. Look at the lights. Look at the lights on this. And I had mentioned in my previous videos, particularly at the auto show, one of the auto shows, how Hyundai has really stepped up their game in terms of design. And this kind of goes to show that you know, Hyundai has really some really good design, creative design ideas. And look at this beautiful white, and then you got like the red trim on there. I don't know if that's OEM. I'm gonna have to ask the owner about that, which I'm gonna do right now. So check out those great calipers. I love the red, the kind of red, white, and black color combo. And this bottom paneling here, that's all OEM. So if this is not aftermarket, this is OEM. And just look at the design. So Hyundai definitely stepped up their design big time. This is the 22, by the way. And yeah, what a stunner. This car puts out 800 horsepower, and the stock's around like 575 or something. And I drove the one that's 575. It's fast. So imagine 800 horsepower in this freaking monster here. So I think he did like a ECN tune, and there might have been something with the exhaust as well. But look at this. Look at those wheels. Look at the burnt orange and the red brake calipers. This has got to be one of the most beautiful AMGs I've ever seen. I mean, it's tastefully done too, because it's like, the only thing is this is no longer a luxury car. I mean, this whatever luxury is, this is pure sports car. This thing is a freaking monster. And I get close up on those wheels. Look at those wheels. God, look at the, oh man, I'm in heaven. And look at this monster spoiler. You know what this reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of the Black Series. So the AMG has a Black Series out now that has a giant spoiler on it. And it's actually, the body's probably more aggressive too, but that's kind of what this car reminded me of when I saw it. I'm like, wait, is that the Black Series? And the funny thing is, I prefer this over the Black Series because this car has a cross plane 8, where the Black Series had a flat plane, so it doesn't sound as aggressive. Hey, so what's up, my fellow YouTubers? So check out this gorgeous AMG GTC. Look at her. Look at the wheels and look at the brake calipers. I was just talking about it earlier, but I wanted to also get one where I'm in the video too. So anyway, I think he's gonna move now, but I just want to say I love the color. You just have like this neutral gray, and he's got the burnt orange wheels with the red brake calipers. This is absolutely beautiful. He's gonna go and park it now, but I just kind of want to talk about this car a little bit. Beautiful ride. So check out the lights on this M3 and check out the color. Oh, that is beautiful. So you have the last car, SUV rather, was a matte. It was a matte colored army green. This is more of a metallic, but just look at how aggressive it looks, and look at the front. Again, look at those blue accent lights against this kind of metallic army green. That is so cool looking, and those wheels are so nasty with the red brake calipers. Let me come in here a little bit and take a look at that. Wow. Now this is a lovely modern dash on this roost charged Mustang. And look at those white wheels too as I'm panning out. Oh, that's stunning. Look at that color too. I think this is like a chameleon colored Mustang too, because let me pan down here because I love the front of these cars too. Let's get the lights. Also, look at those lights. Look at the square design of those lights. That is mean looking. And check out these wheels. These are not white wheels. So you have like some like blue and purple sparkling on the wheels. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, this is not even a green car. It's almost like a chameleon colored car because when it was driving by, you can see the colors changing. So this is really fresh.
Oh, I want this car. Look.
So do I. I want this car too. We'll flip for it.
I got a picture of his wife. Woo, that's dope. That's slow.
You know, yesterday I was just talking about how how Chevy looks like they may have borrowed some design elements from Ferrari when it comes to their lights, but they did a really nice job. And I'll say it again at this event too. This is the cool looking black Corvette here. I kind of wonder if it's the same one from Cherry Hill. Probably not, but you never know. But look at this Corvette. And I love the C7s. I think C6 or C7. I love the front engine Vettes. To me, those are the real Corvettes. I'm going to contradict myself when I get that mid-engine one, but no, I do kind of have a preference for these. I don't know, it's just, maybe it's a nostalgic thing, but beautiful car. Now check out this 4.6 liter GT in sort of a red, and look at that carbon fiber accented hood there. Look at that. Oh, this is a nice car. Look at that. So this is the carbon fiber hood on this Stang here. And I'm going to kind of, actually I'll get the Mustang first. Look at the front of that. Totally retro. So I'm kind of bouncing around here. So this is a roost charged Mustang. I don't know if it's turbocharged or if it's supercharged. So the turbocharged, if it's turbocharged, that means it's coming from the exhaust. If it's supercharged, it's a mechanically driven. So I have a feeling this is a supercharged Mustang. Let's take a look here if we can see. It's a little hard to tell. So I just don't know if those belts are connected to anything or not. I'm not exactly a gearhead here, but in any case, this is a nice getting this Mustang again here. God, I just love that chameleon color. And again, I gotta stress those wheels. Those wheels are not just white. There, you know, you got the sparkle action there. So check out this Mustang. We're gonna have to go a little fast here because I think it's gonna rain. So I want to give each and every car its due attention. I love this gray here. Look at that. So look at the sparkle action on this gray Stang here. Look at that. So this is not a normal like kind of dark gray. It's sort of it's a nice looking paint. Look at the front, and I have my lights obsession here. Look at the lights on this, gorgeous. And we go for the neutrally colored Mustang to a nice strong primary yellow. Look at that. And look at those lights, those modern lights. I just love this. So you have a neutral colored kind of retro Stang over there, and you got the modern yellow, and of course you got those beautiful square lights. And we got another Cobra. Look at this. You know what's funny? Back in the early 2000s, I was looking at getting a Cobra, and it was like, I think it was like 420 horsepower, which was definitely fast, especially back then for that car. And it kind of reminds me of that car. So you got like this Mustang Cobra here. Terminator. And you just have to love the retro style interior on this Mustang. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful Cobra that is. And you got the Cobra emblem right on the front there. And you got those retro lights. So look at this sexy, stunning, I guess 1990s, early 90s Mustang 5.0. I'm guessing on that. Maybe late 80s, early 90s. Look at those lights. 89, thank you. Yeah, I was kind of right. 80, I was like late 80s, early 90s, so I gave a range there, but this is fresh. I actually posted a Mustang short. It got so many hits. So these are really popular now. and I'm definitely gonna do a short on this one and rack up some views. And this is not a 4.6 liter like some of the later ones. This is a 5 liter. So back when basically, you know, when they had the 5 liters, you got them now, but yeah, what a nice Mustang. So there was quite a crowd around this Impala. It's funny, I actually thought this was a Caprice, so I'm still trying to, you know, figure out the cars from the designs, but this is a stunning Caprice. I think I got this coming in. I can't remember if I mistakenly called it a Caprice or not when it was coming in, but anyway, God, you gotta love those retro lights. Oh, look at that. So check out the interior in this 1968 Chevelle, and look at the body style. I wish I can get a better shot of her just because there are cars parked nearby, so this is the best shot I can get. So there she is. I'm gonna pan around here. Oh my God, those square lights. Oh, look at that. Square quad lights, that is so nasty. Now that is making a statement. The shitbox edition, look at this. Look at this. That is fresh. So this car, I shit you not, no pun intended, is a shitbox edition. So you know what? So it's not only about the cars that come out here and what they are, but it's also about, you know, the expression that goes into them. So, you know, looking at this car, I was thinking, you know, do I want to get footage of this or not? I mean, I knew it was something special just looking at it. I've been to enough of these events though where I can just kind of look at a car and I'm like, all right, it's kind of trying to make an expression. I kind of got that feeling, but maybe before I started my YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't. I'm like, it's just a run-of-the-mill car. But then I saw the shitbox just on the side. That's very, very clever. So I guess for those who know, you know, I'm still learning about cars as I do my channel. I'm going to kind of walk around here, get the front here. But I just love just the little things, just that little expression that, you know, shitbox edition. I mean, it's awesome, you know. So it's one of the things where, like, you know, if you're really a car person, you understand. But anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about this ride. So check out this A6 here. Oop. There we go. It's a pretty nice looking A6. Nothing crazy, you know. Looks like this, everything here is factory, but this is a pretty nice sedan. I could see myself rocking something like this if I didn't want an exotic car, if I really wasn't into the mods, but just wanted just a nice looking sedan, just to represent well, you know. I would go for something like this. Oh my God. Now check out the color on this STI. Look at that. I think this has to be the coolest color I've seen on a Sub. Oh my, look at that. Ooh, and the engine looks really fresh too. Look at this. Yeah, I think this has got to be one of my favorite colors. And someone told me what the name of the color is, and I just can't remember what it was. I think it's some kind of blue, but it's beautiful. Hey, what's up? So I was just talking to the owner. The name of this color is Cool Gray Khaki. There's only 250 of these, and the owners had to go all the way down to Florida to get this car, and they drove it all the way back up. But I absolutely think this is worth it. Let me know, you guys. You guys telling me, have you ever seen a Subaru this color? And is there any Subaru that even looks better? I mean, I've seen a lot of cars. I don't think I've ever seen any Subaru this kind of color. It's it's called Series Gray too. But I challenge any of you guys, if you've seen any Subaru that looks as good as this. No kidding! Wow. Yeah. Oh wow! Yeah. No, I'll definitely look online and apply. So definitely want to do that. So. All right, we're gonna have to pick it up a bit because again, I'm not sure how long the weather's gonna hold up. But anyway, enough about that. Look at this beautiful Mustang in like kind of a black, very dark gray with the dark blue brake calipers. This is a fresh looking Mustang here. Let's get the back of a 2-hour at it. Why not? Oh, nice. Yeah, I know. I talked about how I prefer the front end Corvettes. I know what I said, and I'm gonna contradict myself here. Now I do prefer front end Corvettes, but this is a beautiful design. I give Chevy credit. I'm gonna walk around here so I don't get hit by this Toyota here, or actually that gorgeous Saline Mustang that I want to get next. Look at that Mustang. Hold up. Oh, that is a fresh looking Stang there. Look at that. Okay, let me go back now. So, yeah, I think Chevy did a great job with their design. Again, you know, I just get the impression they are competing with the European markets with the exotics, particularly with Ferrari. And this car kind of has Ferrari vibes a little bit, even Lamborghini vibes too. I mean, look at the Nakaduct here. I mean, the Nakaduct kind of has a little bit Lamborghini vibes, kind of, sort of. And then, you know, the lights here. If I go back to the lights here. All right, this one doesn't have those Ferrari-esque lights, but again, it kind of looks more Euro style with the lights a little bit. But again, that's not a knock on this car at all. I think Chevy did a great job with, you know, keeping their aesthetics, you know, very competitive with the European markets, with the European cars. And, you know, also performance-wise, these perform very well, and they're not nearly as much as some of the European counterparts. So definitely, Chevy did a good job, and this is a stunning looking Vet. First off, respect to our armed forces. I want to back out here and I want to tell you guys that this is probably the most beautiful color I have seen on a Corvette. So I don't know if this is a khaki green or a digital camera green. That's what one of the bystanders was suggesting. But look at this color. I saw this earlier, and again, I was talking about how I prefer the front end Corvettes more than the mid-engine ones, and I do. I'm being honest with you guys. I do, but this has got to be the most beautiful color, you know, I have seen on a Corvette. So back to this Corvette. So this is an E-Ray, and this is actually the Army's car. That's why you have like the Army emblem on there. Let's kind of take a look. And what a beautiful interior. Look at the let's look at the color of the interior here. It's kind of like a gray, and it kind of goes up against that khaki green very well. And I talked about with the Corvettes how you have the elongated console there, and it kind of looks like a cross between a Lamborghini Aventador and also a Porsche Carrera GT. Like the Porsche Carrera GT has kind of similar buttonry on its console, and you know, Chevy did a very nice job with designing their Corvette like that. And look at how the top's kind of partially, kind of right in process of going down. But that is such a beautiful Vet. I gotta pan out again and look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. And look at those wheels. Check out this tuned Nissan Z. So I guess this is what we mean by tuner. But look at this Z. This is one fresh looking Z. Look at how look at how it's kind of dropped a little bit. It's slightly dropped, and you have some of the ground effects on there too with the kind of blue accents up against this gray. I mean, aesthetically, this is a beautiful, beautiful car. And it's one of the things where, like, you know, I was watching a YouTube video about, they say like how, you know, you can have not all, what was it? All tuner cars could be show cars, but not all show cars could be tuner cars. I think that's what it was, but this looks like it definitely could be both. Because this is a very stunning looking car, and it looks like a car that can go quite fast. But yeah, I love the wheels on this. I'm gonna go ahead and get the interior. Ooh, look at those race seats, and you got the exposed carbon fiber. Oh, lovely. Okay, I'm definitely going to subscribe to this guy. What a ride. It looks pretty cool. Right next to that Corvette there too. So that might be a good shot for my thumbnail. You know, I think these might be my favorite lights on a Corvette. Look at that design. So this definitely is taken from Lamborghini. Look at that Y over there. That is very, very Aventador-esque. So I think definitely, I don't know if that's OEM or not, but in any case, that they look very much like the Lamborghini lights. But this is kind of what I mean. I kind of have a little bit more of a preference for the front engine Vettes, and I guess the debate goes on, but this is beautiful. Look at the red, black, and white. You have the red brake calipers, white car, and you have some of the red body accents. Let's kind of pan around here. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at the front too. The hood looks so aggressive with the scoops on there. But yeah, this is a beautiful front engine Vette. So I think I got clips of this Camaro coming in, and this thing sounds amazing. But look at how aggressive the old school body looks. Actually, it doesn't look aggressive. It looks more retro. It's not a knock on the car. I guess what I meant was, it doesn't have the aggressive body paneling of the newer cars, but it just has a really nice retro look to it. I actually love the body style. I'm gonna kind of come down here, and the chrome rims, the chrome wheels go very well with the Camaro. And you got the red brake calipers. You see that's pretty common with a lot of the cars, black and red. But this is a mean looking Camaro, and it's almost like it's kind of competing with the Corvettes of its day too. You see the black Corvettes with the red brake calipers, and it kind of reminds me of that. And here you have the Camaro, so you know, a fierce competitor. But this thing sounds really, really nasty, and it looks nasty too. I just love the way this thing looks. So it probably has the LS1 engine in it. All right, so I'm just gonna walk around and do a general pan of all the cars in the event, just to kind of give you guys an idea. Oh, I'm gonna get this BMW first. So there's some cars back here too. So we got these already, but again, I'm just doing a kind of general overview. So again, before people start leaving, you know, I just wanted to get an overview of the cars here. And this is a really good turnout too. So here's the Mustang section. So a lot of cars showed up, even some that I didn't even get. So that's all this section over here. And there are definitely a couple I didn't get, so I'll see if I can get them before they, see if I can get that, fit that Mustang in there. Look at that vet there, that burnt orange. That's really nice. You got the Acura there. Really sweet looking Acura. Oh, and this is fresh. I got this one coming in. So this is a Toyota. Got the Vertex edition here. So yeah, I kind of hate normally got my cars, getting my cars wrong, but yeah, this is a Toyota, and definitely very sharp looking. There's that Impala. Just gonna walk here quick. Just kind of do a real quick overview. Oh, that saline is nasty. Look at this. I gotta get this one. Look at those retro lights. We've got the camouflage covering part of that engine there. Oh God, I love that white. Love that white with the white wheels there. Let's get a closer look at her. Got the saline seats. Oh, look at that steering wheel. Wow. Carbon fiber accents. Oh, what a beautiful interior. Look at that. All right, so we're going to continue along with this row over here. Got the mid-engine vet over there. The front-engine Corvette there. Strong-looking Toyota over there. We just got that Camaro. Look at VW with gold rims. Look at that. That's interesting. So you have the white, black, and red scheme and gold wheels. And then we got this row over here. So some cars. I mean, some of them are just regular cars. And some of them, you know, have some mods to them and some customization. Look at this. I think I got this one already. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if I got this or not. So Rider 410, hop this up to that. Look how he's got the red lights. You have the red lighting in the back, and if I go up to the front, you got the blue in the front. That's cool. That's a nice little diversion there, or contrast rather. And look at the carbon fiber hood. So respect to this ride. This is cool looking. I like this one. And the red brake calipers. And look at what we have here. A Suzuki Samurai. Do you remember these guys? Do you remember that commercial? It wasn't really a commercial. It was like there was some driving test and the thing almost tipped over, and I guess they were banned or they stopped making them or something like that. But regardless, it's so awesome to see the Suzuki Samurais out here. And I love the color on this. So the event in Glassboro that I went to last year, I think they had a Samurai that was really tricked out and it was dropped. And but anyway, this is a sick looking Samurai. Good to see one out here. I didn't get that car, unfortunately. All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and do my wrap up now, but what a great event. I mean, it wasn't a big event, but there were a lot of cars here. And there was actually an AMG GTC that you guys probably saw earlier. I talked to the owner and he said he has 10 cars. That's amazing, but he's got one of them being an Audi also. Hold on, I'm going to continue the thought. Alright, so I'm continuing with my wrap up. It's funny, as I'm doing this, I'm also trying to get a good thumbnail, for this video. But anyway, it was a great event, and there were so many cars, and I was talking about that AMG GTC that we saw earlier. And first of all, great to see, almost an exotic level car coming to this event. Again, I wasn't sure what to expect, but a good variety of cars, and that owner also just kind of talking about that car and that owner. He said he had 10 cars, and the first thing I think is, that's a lot of cars to maintain. I know when you have that many cars, some of those cars you have to drive them, especially McLarens. A McLaren you got to drive a lot. You got gotta drive it around enough. You don't want it to sit there because that's when you have problems. Anyway, okay, I digress. But anyway, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, go ahead, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Hey everyone, so there's absolutely 0 point to this clip. I'm just trying to get a good thumbnail. And he's putting his top down now, but maybe I'll use this for my thumbnail. Who knows? So I gotta make sure I smile. There you go. That's for my thumbnail.
Give him a rundown.
Yo, what up, YouTube, man? I'm Mr. Guinea. I got my man Eric here. He's multi-talented, man. He's a singer. He's a dancer.
I can sing. I can dance. I can do it all. I'm a comedian. I'm funny. I can do it all. And what can I say?
It's like Joe. If you guys saw that movie, what was that movie? Goodfellas. Joe Pesci. Hey, you're a funny guy. That's him. He's a funny. He looks like Joe Pesci a little bit, man.
A little bit.
Oh yeah, but he's a nicer version of him, definitely. Joe Pesci was hardcore.
But yeah, so we're gonna get me going. We're gonna expose.
I got him, man. I got him.
I'm gonna climb the charts. And I'm gonna be the next biggest thing on YouTube.
That's it, man.
Thing. Singing, dancing. I might win The Voice, American Idol.
There you go, man. Hey, you gotta have dreams, man. You gotta have dreams.
Dream.
There you go, man. That's it, baby.
Signing out, baby.
Signing out. Over and out. Yeah.
That's all me right there.
Oh, the Impala, yeah.
I might buy that. I might buy that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good car, yeah. You should get that. I've seen a lot of those, actually.
I've been talking. We're gonna chase him down. Come on.
Yeah.
We're gonna chase him down.
Yeah. I'm going on the highway, too, man. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'll chase him down, shoot. Let's get it. I got it. Let's go. Here.
That's what I do every day.
That's impressive, man. Shoot. Got that Mustang in there.
160. Louis, come on.
Louis.
That's not Louis. That's my guy right there. That's Kyle.
Let's see him do something.
He makes beats.
Does he really?
Like Dr. Dre.
No kidding. Sweet.
Yep.
All right, come on, cars. I want to see this guy take off. What's that?
I've been waiting for this man to get on fucking YouTube, man. Like, I need to be exposed.
Really? I got you, man. I got you. I'll put you on my
Like, we can really run it up.
Definitely, man. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Guinea. I provide car content to all kinds of cars, and I want to talk a little bit about this food truck that serves probably the best jerk chicken I've ever had. So the name of the food truck is Out of the Ordinary, and this is at an event called Show Your Ride, and we're out in Bear, Delaware right now. Yeah, actually the weather feels really good out here. This is great weather. It's a little rainy, but it's just nice and cool. Anyway, so I just had some really, really good jerk chicken. There was some sauce on it, and you had a little bit of that Caribbean taste as well, and it has the white rice. So a very delicious meal and very, very tasty. And the owner's really cool too. So yeah, if you guys are in the Bear, Delaware area, also I would say just look up Out of the Ordinary and definitely try their jerk chicken. I also heard good things about their cheesesteak and their chicken fingers too. So yeah, definitely give these guys a shot, man. The jerk chicken's really good. I can definitely vouch for that. So anyway, signing off, Mr. Guinea. Hey everyone, one thing I also wanted to mention is that I finished all my food. There's only a little bit of rice left in here, but all the chicken and all the sauce, everything, I finished it. So that's how you know when the food's really, really good. Because I'm someone, I'm trying to be healthier, and I'm trying not to have like really big meals at once. And this is okay. I came out to an event and everything like that. I was running around a lot trying to get footage of the cars and everything. So so if I have a big meal, it's all right. But in any case, the point I'm making is that this is a pretty large serving of food, and I tore it all up. Like I said, the only thing left in here is a little bit of rice, and the only reason for that is I'm trying to eat a little bit less rice just because I'm pretty diabetic, and I'm just trying to lay off the rice a little bit. I just use the rice just a little bit to coat like the chicken and the sauce. But yeah, the jerk chicken was absolutely delicious. So I mean it. You guys have to come check them out. They're called Out of the Ordinary. They're a food truck. They're really, really good. So definitely check them out, man. Hey, what's up, everyone? Sorry, I'm still finishing my jerk chicken that I just had from Out of the Ordinary. Again, very, very delicious. But one thing that I forgot to mention is that the 15-year-old girl who, I guess whose idea it was, her name is Bailey, and it wasn't just her idea. She set everything up. So I didn't have that kind of discipline when I was 15. When I was 15, I was like, I don't even know. Anyway, yeah, definitely not very mature. But anyway, no, that's very impressive for what she did. So props to Bailey for setting this up and helping me out in my career. I guess as a potential up and coming YouTuber. So definitely great that we had this event. Hopefully there'll be more events. So Bailey, please keep the good work up and. Anyway, so I guess I was a bit cut off there, but what I was saying was, to Bailey, you can see her in the background there, but anyway, to Bailey, please keep up the good work. Please continue to have more events. Sounds like you're as passionate about this as I am. So, I'm always looking for some more events to go to get footage, to meet other people, learn more about cars and get, footage of really amazing cars and works of art. So definitely keep up the good work and yeah, keep it going. I'll be hitting those events up. Thank you.